Well, this wasn't on the plan. Decided to eject itself. Took the coil out and everything. Checked it with the scope, and of course no threads. So I got one of these guys. Time cert. It's M14 by 125. Here's the part number there. So this is for the deep thread holes. Come with a nice little set of instructions. It's all self-contained. So you have your starting insert here, which basically cuts and taps at the same time for your new replacement. Get done with that, you take this guy here, nice little teeth on the end, and that sets your seat, so that way this can actually seat down in against the head properly. And then I went ahead and already prepped this with some oil and got it ready. And it actually has, I'll try to do this one-handed, got this nice driver here. You can see the teeth. So inside it has the square to drive your tap, as well as your insert driver, but also the two teeth lock in there to drive the final cut. So basically you're going to take this in until it's about, I think, around 1/4 inch from depth, from what I remember from the instructions. Drop this over top of it to cut your seat, which is only a few turns. Clean everything out, and then do your insert. Speaking of clean, that's why I have a grease right here. Nice fresh tub. So I'll keep it closed for now since I'm outside. Neat trick I found when I was doing the Triton 5.4. Pack your tap, all the flutes in here, with grease, especially down here on the ends to catch it from dropping. So this is going to collect up all your chips and everything. Granted, it's aluminum, so it's not as much of a pain or concern, but less is more. So pack these flutes with grease, get in there, tap it, get it all done. When I get done with this, I'm going to take my blowgun here, I'm going to blow out the spark plug tube to get any kind of chaff that's sitting on top out once I remove this guy. And then hopefully the rest of it will come out with the grease on this guy. And worst case, some of it gets eaten. It'll be alright. So get this thing back on the road here soon, see what I can do. So this is about how it sits. Here's the insert tool, or the driver. That's about how it sits. Neat trick with this position, because I don't feel like dealing with the simple stick going through it. Just get you a ratchet wrench. So you start cutting. So let me go ahead and cut this thing, and I'll check you up on the next one. So I ran the tap down, it's still in there until it started getting easy. And then backed it out a few turns. Now I have the cutting insert. Drop that in on it. There it goes. And then you got these two teeth that are going to line up on that. Let's see here. And that's also, the way it locks in, it also turns the tap as well. So I'm going to go ahead and run this down. So running the tap, my biggest tip with that is, oddly enough, go by feel. So basically, it's going to be cutting, it's going to be some resistance, and then once you feel it start going much more smoothly, cutting through the hole, basically, assume you're probably at the bottom. And so that's where I backed it off a few turns, so that way I can make sure the seat gets on there and it doesn't go too far into the hole. I don't want to drop in the cylinder. So just go by feel. You'll feel it kind of ease up and get easier to turn, and that's your cue. You're pretty much done there. So I got the tools out. Yeah, we got some chaff with it. That's what we wanted. So I'm gonna clean that up here in a minute with a rag. But it also blew out. One of the best things that came in handy with doing that cutting tool, getting it out, is this guy here. It's I want to say it's like MAG-900 WF, I want to say, is the manufacturer. You can get it on Amazon, wherever else. It's like 18 bucks. It's probably one of the strongest small magnets I've ever found. I love the thing. So definitely recommend that. Now to try to clean this up best I can, and then work on getting the insert in. This works pretty well. doing the old grabber tool, paper towel, wadding, and going in there and cleaning it out. Not getting anything else out, so I like to think we're pretty well clear. So now, I might spray a little brake clean in there and blow it out just to make sure everything's good and clear and dry. And then it's going to be dropping this guy in there carefully and using the insert tool to get this down in there. The instructions have some details on, you know, I think once you get this in there, it'll start getting smoother to turn. Like you'll feel it seat, it'll get tight and then free up. So once you free up, do a couple turns, and that's pretty much it. You're passing through it, so you don't want to drop this thing in there by accident. And you're pretty much done. Clean up and reassemble the spark plugs and everything. So we'll see. Let me keep on cruising. Well, now time to put a new spark plug in there and coil. See how she does. So hopefully this helps somebody doing a deep spark plug hole insert kit. This thing's fantastic. It's very straightforward. The instructions are great to follow. Very direct step-by-step procedure. Hopefully this helps somebody out. Enjoy.